Hi, Jeff Simmons from Buckeye Union High School District back with you to share a summary of community meeting number 2 that we had on February 28th last spring. Uh, Trying to make sure we get information out and have our community kind of weigh in on what's happening and what the bond projects will look like. So as we mentioned, the next opportunity to bond is this upcoming November 5th. What are the needs? Like I said in the last presentation, the student laptops, without the bond, we will not have funding to continue that program that's been in place for the last 10 years. Buses, site equipment and facility upgrades, and potentially school number 4 for the district. So the projected length of the bond and the related projects, option 1 would be just do laptops and buses that we presented to the community. Option 2 would be a 2 to 5 year option 2 would be a 5-year bond for laptops, buses, and some site equipment and facility upgrades. And then option 3 was the 10-year bond, which is the maximum time you can go out for project list. And all of the 5-year items listed above, and including double the student laptops and buses, and then adding school number 4. So we'll walk you through what each of these look like. So option number 1, the laptop and buses, that's a $36 million bond. The student laptops and network equipment at 26 million and buses at 10 million over that 10-year program that would take us into 2034. Here's a list of the bond projects for Buckeye. Basically, number of items on here that are safety related, some facility upgrades, some classroom renovations and space renovations, and we'll list what that final project list looked like on the website as well after the community looked at it. Also, you can see there's a number of omitted projects here that had been brought up in the past. Again, just there isn't unlimited money, and we're well aware of that, and so there were several things that had to be trimmed off. Definite needs, but maybe a little bit secondary to what the original list and final list will look like. And then some other items that were suggested by district admin or community input. And Estrella Foothills, there's a list here of the projects. The really big one is tied to item number 2 and item number 8 for the expansion of the ball fields and the parent drop-off and bus drop-off, second entrance into the campus. That's been asked for a number of years from the community. We have the Estrella Mountain Ranch Group who's willing to donate some land space to us, or some land, which I'll show you here in the next upcoming slide, where we can expand the ball fields south of the campus, because this is our smallest campus as far as acreage. They're willing to donate this 20 acres contingent upon the district passing the bond. They're not going to donate the land if we don't have money to develop this. So you can see here as you come in, a second drop-off point for parents. We'll have pedestrian bridges that enter the campus, but this keeps everybody off of the main part of the campus north of here. And then also here coming in where the existing practice field is right now, next to the south bus lane, is a bus drop-off for students as well. So we can keep some of the congestion from all coming in the one entrance there by the light on the north side of Estrella Foothills High School. So this would be a huge community want and request that we would be able to satisfy if we can get this bond passed. And then there's the projects that were omitted from Estrella Foothills. Again, not having unlimited funding, had to make some difficult choices. And then also some other suggested items that came out from community staff and administration. Yonker High School list here of the items that we think were the potential that we brought to the community to evaluate. Here's some omitted projects, almost $8 million worth of items, and some additional items that were brought forward. The Learning Center, we did omit some projects from there, and so they're basically going to a building addition, which we want to do on that campus for special needs children, we're not going to be able to fund those. So option 3 was a 10-year bond, which included those items. And so that's the way the breakdown is between laptops, buses, and then each of those project lists. High school number 4, we're estimating that the district or the bond would have to cover $75 million, so half of the construction, with the state school facilities division paying for the other $75 million. So we would have a complete and comprehensive high school to match our Buckeye, Estrella Foothills, and Yonker high schools. And a contingency, so the dollar amount that went forward to the group was almost $75 million between all that list that's listed. So tax rate considerations that we wanted to share with the group. So if you're familiar with our community, or the governing board has asked that we stay at or below 85 cents on the bond tax rate, and that's been in place since the early 2000s. And so this option 1 of just doing laptops and buses would definitely meet that rate. So would option number 2, to do the 5-year bond, would be 85 cents. But to do the 10-year bond at $175 million, it would raise the tax rate to $1.05. And so that's what we wanted to share with the community is, do we want to go out to the community and ask for a tax increase? And then we left that on questions with the group, and then regrouping for one final meeting to go through the project list by school and to talk a little bit more about the tax implications of what the bond would look like. Thanks for joining us.